Hi! In this video, I'll show you some secrets that every IB student should know to get a level 7 for their IB Maths exams. My name is Belle Huang, founder of IB Super Learning Center that helps students accelerate their learning through our 4Ps learning system. To do well for the IB Maths exams, you need TLC. TLC stands for Time, Linking, and Calculator. Frequently, students run out of time when doing their exams. So please make sure you spend your time wisely. So as a rough guide, you should not spend more than 1 minute per mark. What do I mean by that? At the end of each question, the marks is usually displayed. So you should always look at that. So basically, if it's a 5 marks question, you should not spend more than 5 minutes on that question. So if you look at this table here, the marks for each paper for MAASL and MAAHL is displayed. So in general, you can spend about 5 to 10 minutes reading through the questions before you start attempting the paper. But it's approximately, you can see here, the number of marks is equals to the time. So it's approximately 1 minute per mark. So make sure you do not spend more than that. Linked questions. Linked questions are usually the hardest, and they're often found in Section B of both Paper 1 and Paper 2. How do you do linked questions? So try to look out for clues from earlier parts, such as Part A, to help you solve Part B and C. The parts are always connected, so whenever you're stuck, do try to do that. Okay, let me show you an example of how this works. So you can see over here, f of x is equals to e to the power x sine of x. In the first part, you're supposed to differentiate and find f prime x. After doing so, you're told to find the gradient of L. And the line L is the normal to the curve at x equals to pi over 2. So even if you're not sure what to do, you should try to think, about what you've done in Part A. So actually in this part, you just need to first find the gradient of the tangent by substituting x equals to pi over 2 into f prime x. After you have done that, just do a negative reciprocal. To find the gradient of the normal. So such questions are very common, so do try to look out for the clues in earlier parts to solve the later parts. Calculator. Use the GDC or the graphical display calculator as much as possible in Paper 2. I know this sounds very obvious because Paper 2 is actually a calculator paper, but I've seen a lot of times students do not use their GDC effectively and they try to do all the calculations manually in Paper 2. They end up wasting a lot of time and often getting stuck because the calculations are too complex and it's not quite possible to solve without using the GDC. So do try to use the calculator more effectively. Let me show you an example of how it makes a big difference if you're able to use the calculator properly. So in this question, you're asked to sketch a curve y equals to e to the power x sine of x for the domain x between 0 and pi. So on the left-hand side, it's an example of how a student does not know how to use the GDC well, just inputs the equation into the calculator and this is what comes out. It's in a mess. The student doesn't know which part is important and which section the student should use to draw the curve. On the other hand, on the right hand side is an example of how a student knows how to use the calculator well and inputs the domain in the equation, and you can see it's only this section of the curve that is displayed, and this is what that is required in the question. So if the student just draws this, the student will get full marks for that. Hi, we have come to the end of this video. If you like it, please share it and don't forget to click the like button below. Thank you for watching. See you soon.